now, every time LaCroix, hashtag world's greatest drink, has been featured on Unscripted.
We were able to get my favorite drink, LaCroix. I am one of those guys, so it's so refreshing every time. It might be one of the greatest things ever, a can of LaCroix. Well, hello and welcome back to Unscripted. LaCroix or Arizona? I don't know. Arnold Palmer's? I don't know. I mean, you guys know that I'm gonna stick true to my LaCroix, right? Come on. Maybe it's gonna be drinking all of these LaCroix. Hashtag greatest drink ever. Okay, man. Welcome to the jungle, and you know what? Welcome to Fortress LaCroix. All right. I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. It's amazing. Can't believe I just did that. Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. All right, we gotta get serious. Let's go to the show. Come on. Nick Foles, potentially the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Ditka's Bears. Also, welcome to the La Unicroix set. Okay, La Unicroix set. Welcome to the La Unicroix set. Okay, it's a combination of a few of my favorite things. LaCroix, unicorns, and because I'm in quarantine and I'm running out of money because I'm buying so much LaCroix, I had to get the less expensive version called Aha. So I ran out of deodorant 6 days ago, and I've been using toothpaste, and feeling minty fresh because of it. That there are certain LaCroix hidden on set in the midst of the budget-friendly Ahas. Shout out to Aha and LaCroix. Hashtag world's greatest drinks. Oh, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Hey, also, welcome to the LaCroix, to the pizza night. I'm just so excited for tonight. Who loves getting free stuff? I know I love to get free stuff, especially if it's LaCroix, hashtag world's greatest drink. All right. You know what? I'm so grateful that you guys tuned in to tonight's show. And what a fun show it was. But you know what? We're going to continue to do this on Wednesday nights. So next week, grab a LaCroix, grab an Aha, and you know what? Text a friend and invite them to Unscripted. I want you guys to pick your favorite flavor of LaCroix or Aha, and I want you to post a picture of it to your story on Instagram and tag us at Parkview StuMin. You know what I just realized?
What?
I forgot to tell them about the stash.
A few moments later.
The stash is back. Stash is back! Stash is back! Hey, you know what? We got an incredible show tonight. And as I'm thinking about ice cream, I can't help but think about my favorite kind of ice cream. And it is definitely the peanut butter chocolate ice cream from Target. Hashtag world's greatest drink is LaCroix. So,
No!
what's up, man?
Not again!
Dude, I got this for you!
No, don't you!
As you guys can see, we got a crazy set going on tonight, and I really need your help to try to name this set. I was thinking maybe La Ducky What or La Flamingo Duck set, because that'd be fun. But maybe you have a better name for this set. Hopefully you do than what I have already come up with. Tonight we are starting our second week of the series called What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do. And it got me thinking, what do I do when I don't know what to do? Well, first thing I do is drink the world's greatest drink, hashtag world's greatest drink, LaCroix. Like I said, welcome back. But also look at who's here with us tonight. Steve, welcome back, man. I'm so pumped that you're here with the show. Do you have anything that you want to say tonight? I agree, that's great. Dude,
It's your birthday!
thanks so much, man.
So hashtag world's best drink. What is that you said?
Hashtag world's greatest drink, LaCroix. So,
Hey man, I hate to say it, but I'm on that resident budget, so I got you Aha instead of LaCroix. So here you go.
thanks.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, bro. We'll see you, man. Man, this is just so nice of you guys. Thanks so much. Hey, tonight we're actually giving away hot dogs and LaCroix at every campus following the show. So make sure you tell your parents or get in your car after the show and come and see us. But until then, here's tonight's message. You guys are probably thinking, wow, there's a lot going on the set tonight. Why? Because tonight is the 20th episode of Unscripted. I want you to tell me if you think I'm lying or if you think I'm telling the truth. So, what I have in my box, I have a huge Brontosaurus, which is a type of dinosaur. For those of you who aren't dinosaur people, which I don't know why you wouldn't be. So, around this Brontosaurus's neck are 2 chocolate donuts. Do you think I'm lying? Or do you think I'm telling the truth? Well, guess what? You're going to have to find out next week on Unscripted. We'll see you guys next week. I feel really bad for him that we're going to make him wait a whole week, so. I ain't no liar, Unscripted. I only tell the truth. Hey, once again, guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight at Unscripted. I love that we got LaCroix back on the set. Hashtag world's greatest drink. Don't forget, hashtag world's greatest drink. Still LaCroix. LaCroix, the official sponsor of Unscripted. Also, hashtag world's greatest drink.
Your friends, you guys, where's Sam? Yeah, I haven't seen him. Where is he? Is he here?
LaCroix, hashtag world's greatest drink. Just to end the show tonight, here's a few words from our sponsors. Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer makes carpets cleaner. Stanley Steamer, thanks so much for making our carpets clean. And also, LaCroix, hashtag world's greatest drink. Thanks for being the hashtag world's greatest drink. Hey, we'll see you guys next week at Unscripted. Welcome back to Unscripted. Hey, I know that it's been a few weeks since I've had the full display out for you guys. And hashtag world's greatest drink, LaCroix. We are so thankful for your sponsorship for this show. Reedy-dee-dee-doo. You got a great poker face. I can never really tell what you're thinking. All right, Steven. I'll bet you a passion fruit and an orange. Hey, take your time, okay? I got some stuff that I need to take care of. Hey, I really thought tonight was my night. I was dreaming big. I invited all my friends to come and play Texas Hold'em tonight because I thought, you know what? I might be able to score a case or two of hashtag world's greatest drink LaCroix. I invited Steve, Stevenson, Stefan, Steven, and Bob. Steven was the only one who could show up. Let me tell you, this guy's good. He took me for all I'm worth. Also, don't forget to stay hydrated with the hashtag world's greatest drink LaCroix, the official sponsor of Unscripted. Hey, each week we've kind of been covering a national holiday. We've covered things like National Balloon Day. We've covered things like National Love People Day, National Dog Day. But I am going to put into effect an executive order from the Unscripted team. Next week at Unscripted, it is officially National LaCroix Day. Hashtag world's greatest drink LaCroix, the official sponsor of Unscripted. So we're going all out next week. So if you're part of a group, make sure you bring LaCroix to your group. And make sure you tune in next week for the world's greatest holiday, National LaCroix Day. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. See you guys next week at Unscripted. Sorry. Got stuck in the wrong pipe. Welcome back to Unscripted. Man, I'm so excited for tonight's show, and we'll get to that in a little bit. I mean, it is one of the greatest days of the year, but if this is your first time ever to a Parkview Students thing, make sure you click the link in the description. We're so pumped that you're here tonight, and for those of you who tune in every week, thanks for being back. Hey, you know, tonight is a big night. It's been a big day all day, actually. You see, today is National LaCroix Day. Some people, you know, they look forward to Christmas morning. They look forward to summer vacation. They look forward to that I don't know, maybe Easter, right? Today is the day that I look forward to. I woke up this morning and on the counter was all of this LaCroix. Why? Because today is hashtag the world's greatest day for hashtag the world's greatest drink, National LaCroix Day, the official sponsor of Unscripted. So, just a moment of silence for the world's greatest drink. Okay, but also, what goes with the world's greatest drink? Pizza. If you guys want pizza, make sure you text I want pizza to 75787, yeah, okay? Because we want to send somebody some pizza. So text 7587, I want pizza, 7587. Somebody's going to get the pizza special. Today I've had 76 cans of LaCroix. I'm trying to get to 100. I'm doing my best to get there. Okay, I hope wherever you're at today, you are enjoying one of the world's greatest beverages. If not, hashtag the world's greatest.
Hey guys, my name's Jenna. I'm a small group leader, and I got my two friends Maya and Joelle here. They're in my small group. We are gonna do a burrito challenge, all right? So we got 3 burritos, obviously. 2 are real, 1's filled with something weird. I don't even know what's in it. Haley Bennett did it, so let's hope she didn't give us something really nasty. So I'm gonna mix these up. There's gonna be 2 lifelines Maya and Joelle can choose from. One is a poke, and it's gotta be like a stiff poke, 1 little poke, and then the other lifeline is a sniff, so they get to sniff the burrito. After the lifeline, they get to choose if they want to switch it up or not. So, you guys ready?
Yeah. No.
All right. No, you're not? Well, I'm gonna just mix some of these up because I don't know what they are. All right. You guys ready? Do you guys like burritos? No? Do you like burritos?
Depends on what's in it.
All right. Does anybody want to use a lifeline before we eat this?
Yeah. Can I poke it?
Yeah. Should we all poke it?
Yeah.
All right. 1 poke. Ready? Here we go. Oh. Okay.
Oh,
1
it's
poke.
so cold.
Oh. Okay.
I couldn't tell.
What do you guys, should we keep them? What do you think? Should we just go for it?
Joel?
Joel, what do you think? Okay. So the way we have to go for it, you got to bite it in the middle like a corn on the cob. Okay?
All right.
We're just going to go for it. Here we go. All right. I hope it's
so
good.
scared.
It's so cold. Is mine
Mine's
is it
room
just me?
temperature. Uh-oh. Well,
All right.
no
3,
go back.
2, 1.
What's everyone got? That looks right. What's yours?
Is it chocolate? Is it chocolate ice cream?
Chocolate ice cream?
That's not bad, but I was like, it didn't taste right to be in a burrito.
Does it taste good?
It's not as
It's
bad
good.
as I
Yum.
would think. No,
This one's good.
definitely
It's like
not.
chicken. Not good.
Yeah. That's why it was cold.
That is why it was cold.
It's like, well,
All right. All right. It's time for round 2 of burritos. Should I mix them up again? I don't know what's in them, so it doesn't matter. All right. Anyone want their lifeline?
yeah. Can I, can I smell it? Let's smell it.
Yeah. Should we all spell it?
Yeah.
Lex is gonna give it away for some reason, but let's all.
Yeah, that's
Oh, can,
Oh, wait. Do we
smells-
I think it's better if we put our face into it.
It smells like tortillas.
Yeah, mine does too.
Yeah.
Just straight tortillas. So,
Well,
should we switch or should we just keep it again?
let's just Let's just keep that.
Oh God. Okay. Here we go. Count us down, Maya.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
What is that? Mine's just rice.
Mine can't go.
Mine's like just straight rice.
Mine's cinnamon sugar.
That's
It's good though. It's like Christmas.
wait. How does cinnamon sugar get you Christmas?
I don't know, but it's all coming out like a sand.
I thought it
dune.
was sand at
sand.
first. I was like, oh my goodness.
I hope it's not sand, or is this? It's not sand.
All right. If you tasted that and it was sand, then I'd kind of be concerned.
It's hot chocolate. Oh,
That's probably why I thought of Christmas.
maybe. Wow. Well, it's a mountain of hot chocolate now. That
Anyone
wasn't so
want
bad.
hot chocolate?
All right, we're gonna do one final round. Wait, why? No. It's been good so far. You know? It's been not bad.
This wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like,
Round 3, final round. 1 burrito. All right. It's kind of like whoever gets this loses. And the way we're gonna do it: rock, paper, scissors. All right.
All right.
Just you two. Best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Wait. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
okay.
All right.
That's the right way for all y'all. Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
and one
Joelle's
more.
won.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah, all right. 1 to 1. This is
Rock,
it.
paper, scissors, shoot.
no.
Ooh. Dun dun dun. Final burrito.
Is it like guaranteed to be bad? That's
Might
a
be.
yes. Okay. It's blue.
Take
Oh,
a
I
bite.
swear
it's
this
green.
is Play-Doh. I think you...
Straight Play-Doh.
I just saw blue
Show
and
it.
I'm like, that's not. Well,
Play-Doh, not good.
Did it taste salty?
I didn't even taste it. If I'm being
Oh.
completely honest, I just got scared by the blue.
Blueness.
I mean, if you see something bright blue in your food, that's
I
not a
suppose,
good.
yes.
No.
Well, thanks for playing, everybody.
No problem.
That's a wrap. That's all I got.
You are imposter Jeff. You are imposter Bob. You are imposter Kyle. And you are imposter Joe. My name is Hope, and this is your potato fact for the week. Potato blossoms used to be a big hit in royal fashion. Potatoes first became fashionable when Marie Antoinette paraded through the French countryside wearing potato blossoms in her hair.
Hey guys, I'm here with some friends, as you guys can see, Anna and Chad. But before we go on, I have something very important that I need to say. Anna and Chad, we're so excited that you guys are here tonight. And the sponsor of Unscripted, LaCroix, hashtag World's Greatest Drink, the official sponsor of Unscripted. We wanted to give you guys this, just saying thank you for being on the show tonight, right? So excited. I mean, yeah, if you want to crack it. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks for being here, right? It's so good every time, isn't it? Hashtag World's Greatest Drink, LaCroix, the official sponsor of Unscripted. Well, hey, thanks so much for real for being here. I know that you guys are a host home. I know that you guys are really involved in church, and I also know that you guys really enjoy worshiping. And so tell us, why do you love and enjoy to worship?
Yeah, so I would, a lot of reasons. I love music, and I love that for a while you can kind of set aside how you're feeling and what you're thinking and kind of just engage in music that way. But also with worship, you know, the words are true and the words are good and they're good for you. And just regardless of how you're feeling or what you're thinking or what's in your head, you can kind of put that aside and focus on things that are true.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, Chad, tell us, man, why
that was
do you
good.
enjoy love to worship?
We love doing things we love to do, like things we're good at, we love,
Yeah.
and things we've been designed to do. And, we've been created to worship. And so when I worship, like, I feel that I'm doing something I've been designed to do, and I get great enjoyment out of that. I love being with God, but I also know that God loves me being with him.
Yeah.
And there's joy that comes in that. And so I love to worship because it brings me a lot of joy.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
Well, on that note, let's sing.
I want to. I want to. Oh, don't lose heart, oh my soul, oh my soul. Don't give up, there is hope, there is always hope. Oh, there is peace in the storm, in the storm. Oh, don't forget, He is Lord of all. There is a King of glory, there is a God who saves, one who is strong and mighty, freedom is in His name. Open the gates of heaven, lift up a shout of praise. There is a lion roaring, Jesus the King of glory. So lift your eyes, standing in awe. But there is one, only one, where my help comes from. There is a King of glory, there is a God who saves, one who is strong and mighty, freedom is in His name. Open the gates of heaven, lift up a shout of praise. There is a lion roaring, Jesus the King of glory. Nations bow, mountains shake at the sound of just one name. Over all, Jesus reigns. Nations bow, mountains shake at the sound of just one name. Over all, Jesus reigns. There is a King of glory, there is a God who saves, one who is strong and mighty, freedom is in His name. Open the gates of heaven, lift up a shout of praise. There is a lion roaring, Jesus the King of glory. There is a lion roaring, Jesus the King of glory.
Hey, my name is Dylan, and I am a senior at Lanier High School. I'm really into FCA and cheer, and I'm gonna be sharing something personal. Okay, not that personal, just personal because, you know, I'm a person and it means something to me. What most people don't know is my last name is actually Lau. It's Chinese, while my family is mainly Filipino. My first name's a little different too, because Dylan is usually stereotyped as a boy's name. But I really like my name because it makes me feel unique and empowered, which is why it's kind of annoying whenever substitute teachers call me Dylan Leo. When someone uses my name and makes an effort to say it right, it lets me know that they actually see me and accept me for who I am. Maybe it doesn't sound like a big deal, but you can't really know me unless you know me as Dylan Lau. It's not just a name, it's personal.
Let's start with an awkward moment, shall we? When I was a freshman in high school, I was a trombone player in the marching band. For the entire fall, I hung out with the other guys in my section at practice. Most of them were older, but for me, that was kind of cool. Okay, it was really cool. And our trip that we took during fall break was something I had been dreaming about basically since middle school. Every year, our band traveled to a nearby state for a competition, and we got to hang out with other people who actually like talking about stuff like playing the trombone. On the first night of the competition, we were at the stadium, and I was hanging out with some guys near the snacks, and this girl from another school in our district was talking to us. Okay, to be fair, she was talking to my buddy Jason. He was like the lead guy, way older and way cooler than me. And being the type of stand-up guy that he was, Jason turned to introduce her to everyone in the group. He said, "Hey, this is Darius, this is Kyle, this is Holden," and this guy, he got to me. He paused with an awkward look on his face and said, "I'm sorry, man, what's your name again?" Ouch, I know. It was definitely the perfect time to play the sad trombone noise. Of course, it was my turn to respond, so I tried to be cool. But in that 5 seconds, it became clear to me that we weren't as good of friends as I thought we were. I mean, I didn't talk much in the group, but I hung out with those guys all the time. I was literally in his section. We had sat on the bus to the competition for hours, and he didn't even know my name. Have you ever been there? Like, where you thought you were tight with somebody and you figured out your friendship or your relationship wasn't as deep as you thought it was? It's not a great feeling because deep down, I think we all live with this expectation. Relationships shouldn't be fake. They shouldn't be shallow, and they shouldn't make you feel like you could spend a huge amount of time with someone and then easily be forgotten. Regardless of whether or not you're a really social person, I think we'd all agree that when it comes to our relationships with our friends or the people we spend a lot of time with, we want real ones, not fake ones, right? I don't want fake friends, friends who feel like they have to pretend around me, who don't care as much as they act like they do, or who don't even really know me. Whether it's the people you hang out with from the band, your teammates, the people you have a group chat with, we all want more than that. In a word, we want our relationships to be personal. There's a cheat code, by the way, or shortcut to figuring out if a relationship is personal. It's easy. You know how I know if somebody's not personal with me? They call me some generic nickname like buddy or chief, or they say, "Yo, guy." You've probably experienced this kind of fakeness. Somebody acts like they care about you, acts like they're your friend, and they keep referring to you as guy or fam or something other than your actual name, the one you've literally lived with for years, because you guessed it, it's just like my friends from band practice. They don't even know your name. And people knowing our names matters, right? It makes us feel important, known. It makes us feel like there's a connection between us and the person who knows our name. Nobody wants a fake friend or a fake relationship, but you know what the opposite of fake is? Real, right? I totally agree when it comes to sunglasses, art, and anything else I buy from wish.com, the opposite of fake is real. But when it comes to relationships, I think there's a better word. Actually, I know there's a better word. When it comes to people, the opposite of real is personal. Think about it. Somebody can be real without knowing you personally. They can be cool without being close to you. They can even know something about you, like what math class you're in, or they may even notice something like what brands you wear, but that doesn't make it personal. Being personal puts somebody in a whole different category, and that's what this series is about. If I asked you to name everyone you can think of who knows your name, how many do you think would be on that list? And I also wonder, if you did make that list, would you put God on it? Here's the thing. Some of you may have grown up hearing that God knows your name. And there are a bunch of examples in the Bible about how God knows us that closely, like when Jesus says this, "Indeed, the very hairs of our head are numbered." That's getting pretty personal. While we all might think it's a little strange to know how many hairs are on our heads, some of us struggle with the idea of God really knowing us. Maybe you feel like, does God really know me? Or is he more like that football coach that just says, "Hey, buddy," for 4 straight years? But there can be a lot of reasons why you feel that way about God. You might feel like he doesn't seem personal because I can't see God and I can't hear him talk back when I do try to pray. Or maybe you don't really know much about God or even care much about God. So it feels strange to think that he'd know your name and care about you. Maybe you've met Christians who don't seem to care about getting to know you, so then why would God? Maybe you think he doesn't seem personal because if he's real, if he's just so big, if he created everything, then what makes us so important that he would know us personally and individually? I mean, let's pretend that we all believe in a God who created everything. Are we to believe that a God that created this knows my name? While I think these are actually some real and understandable reasons, I believe that he does. I believe that he cares for me and for you. I believe that he knows not just my name, but he knows yours as well, and that he has our back. And here's why I think that. Fakeness is literally the opposite of how Jesus lived. He got personal with basically every person he met. He knew their name and their story. One of those people who Jesus interacted with that helps me believe that God is a personal God who knows our names is a guy named Zacchaeus. Now, we'll be talking about Zacchaeus for the next few weeks, so to give us a head start, Zacchaeus was a tax collector, which might not seem like a huge deal in our culture, but back then, tax collectors were basically considered scammers and traitors. First off, Zacchaeus was a Jewish guy working for the Roman Empire, an entire nation that basically bullied the Jewish people. That's bad enough, but tax collectors weren't exactly stand-up dudes. They'd always collect more than what was actually owed, and then they pocketed the rest. A tax collector was kind of like the guy that steals the money you're collecting for a school fundraiser so we can buy more energy drinks. And this guy was a chief tax collector. Not good, the worst of the worst. So at this point in Jesus' life, he had gone from being a casual carpenter's son to being a big deal. He was known for all these miracles he performed and powerful messages he'd given. By this point, basically everywhere he went, crowds would gather and try to get a glimpse of this Rabbi Jesus who was healing people. That's what happened when he was passing through the town of Jericho on his way to Jerusalem, and he met this guy named Zacchaeus. Here's how the interaction is recorded by Luke, a guy who interviewed real people who witnessed Jesus' life and ministry. When Jesus came by, he looked up at Zacchaeus and called him by name. "Zacchaeus," he said, "quick, come down. I must be a guest in your home today." Zacchaeus quickly climbed down and took Jesus to his house in great excitement and joy. So let's break this down a little bit. Out of this giant crowd following Jesus to Jerusalem and the giant crowd of people in Jericho just trying to get a peek of Jesus as he passes through, Jesus stops and chats with Zacchaeus, maybe the most hated man in the whole town. This is such a huge deal. Getting this kind of attention from Jesus is crazier than if your favorite celebrity randomly started following you on Instagram and commenting all of your pictures. Not only did Jesus call out the guy who was watching from the tree, but did you notice that Jesus calls him by name? He didn't say, "Hey big guy," or "Hey you." He called Zacchaeus by name. Then, not only does Jesus call him by name, but Jesus invites himself over to Zacchaeus' house. Everyone else knows how much of an honor this is, and look how they respond. But the people were displeased. "He has gone to be the guest of a notorious sinner," they grumbled. Meanwhile, Zacchaeus stood before the Lord and said, "I will give half my wealth to the poor, Lord, and if I have cheated people on their taxes, I will give them back 4 times as much." Jesus responded, "Salvation has come to this home today, for this man has shown himself to be a true son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and save those who are lost." This was a guy they didn't like, maybe nobody liked. Nobody would have wanted to be seen hanging out with him, and yet Jesus goes straight toward him. But real talk, why do we care? Because this isn't just a story about Zacchaeus. It's about Jesus and how he treats people. He paid attention to the guy on the sidelines, the guy who annoyed everyone else, the guy nobody was noticing, the guy I bet nobody cared to try to learn his name, the guy that Jesus made sure to know and use his name. And by the way, he does the same for you. Jesus knows your name too. This is how God sees us. Yes, he is the God that created the whole universe and everything in it. He is the God who has always been around and our brain can't even comprehend. He also knows you personally. Okay, all of this might feel a little ridiculous to you. Maybe the whole idea of faith feels a little cray, a little far-fetched. That's okay. Like Zacchaeus, the best thing for some of us to do this week is to find a way to see for ourselves what Jesus is like. Zacchaeus probably had no intention of totally changing his life when he first got up that tree, but he was just taking the first step towards seeing Jesus for himself. No matter what you think about God or faith or Christians, I want you to know this. It's personal because Jesus knows your name. For some people, that doesn't always sit well. You might have questions about faith. You might have doubts about that, and that's okay. But what would it look like for you to hop up in that tree to get a better look? To rethink or reimagine what God is like? To start asking some of those questions. Maybe those questions might sound like, what is God like really? What does God say about me? What does God say about the people around me? Basically, Jesus changed the way everybody thought about God. There's just something that happens when we recognize that this God of the universe is a personal God. It changed Zacchaeus' life. It's already changed the life of so many others, and it doesn't stop there. We've talked about how powerful it is to be known personally by God, that He knows your name, He knows you, and He cares about you. But if that's true for you, then it's also true for the person next to you, and your siblings, and your parents, and that kid at school you avoid, or that teacher you can't stand. Here's what I'm getting at. A relationship with Jesus is always personal. It's personal for you and for me. So let me ask this. How can we make it personal for others? Your piano teacher, your lacrosse coach, the person you know in science class, the girl who somehow always ends up in your group projects, the guy who gets on your nerves, your best friend's little brother, the guy who maybe forgot your name that one time. They all matter just like you. And here's why that's a big deal. The people around you may not know God cares about them personally until you care about them personally. The best way to do this may start with some of the easiest steps you've ever heard. First, learn their names. Simple, right? Second, learn the right way to pronounce their name. Here's something you should know. If your name is something like John, you may not have experienced something like what I'm about to tell you, and this is a bigger deal than you may think. You know how annoying it is when someone writes your name wrong on your Starbucks cup? Or that substitute teacher who reads your name off a roster in a super weird way? Now, imagine that happening every day or every week times 10. Awful, right? Third, use their name when you see them. I get it, this seems so basic, but that's why it's a big deal. Knowing someone's name is the absolute simplest thing we can do to communicate that someone matters. And if someone feels like they don't matter, it can also have a huge impact. So an easy way to do this is with people younger than you. Think about a couple years ago, what if you had some upperclassmen who genuinely took interest in you and your life? How would that have made you feel? Upperclassmen, do that for some freshmen or sophomores. Freshmen and sophomores, find some middle schoolers you can invest in or at least begin to call by name. We have a personal God. He happens to be a personal God who is also mind-blowingly powerful, ridiculously creative, and overly graceful. But He still knows your name and He calls you by it. One of the greatest ways that we can point people to this kind of personal God is by modeling what it looks like to be personal with others. That's why we have small groups, by the way. We believe every person here is loved and known personally by Jesus, and because of that, we want you to always have a group of people who know you personally, who know your name and know your story. No one should come in the door and feel like they don't fit in or nobody knows them. Jesus always made it personal with the people around Him. And you can too, by simply knowing their name.
What's up, y'all? When I was a senior in college, I took a biology class. So I didn't particularly love biology, but I was interested enough and cared a lot about my grades, so I knew I was going to try my very best and put forth my greatest effort. I learned all about cells and life cycles and amino acids and dry heaved while dissecting owl pellets, and I got my well-earned A in the class. But on the very last day, when I came to pick up my graded final exam, the teacher handed me another girl's test. So all semester, I'd been learning biology and cracking jokes about being like the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, with the teacher, only to find out that she didn't know my name. Ugh. So that one hurt. It definitely made me feel very small and like I didn't matter. Have you ever been there? So the people around you may not know God cares about them personally until you care about them personally. So how can you do that? It's easy. You can learn their names. It seems simple, right? But it takes intentionality. Or you can move past small talk. It is way easy to have the "how are you" conversation. You know the one I'm talking about, the "hey, how are you?" "Good. How are you?" "Good" conversation, where afterwards you just move along. Following up that conversation with asking whoever you're talking to about their favorite subject in school, or what they like to do in their free time, or if they'd rather have a hamster-sized elephant or an elephant-sized hamster. This can move a conversation from simple small talk into a deeper conversation. Don't scratch the surface, take the time to have a real conversation. And if a person brings up something we talked about in a previous conversation, wow, that really changes my perspective on that person, and they gain major brownie points. So something that I really cherish is when I'm just doing my thing and living my life, and someone says that there's something different about me. that I treat people well and make them feel special. Because my response is always the same, that I treat people the way Jesus treats me. And guys, this is what it's all about. The people around you might not know that God cares for them personally until you are doing that, until you are caring for them personally. So sometimes it can be hard to remember that uniquely personal part of God when we feel like we don't hear from Him directly when we pray, or if we meet other Christians who don't love one another the way that Jesus tells us to. But let me assure you, we have a personal God, a God who knows all the stars by name and who knows the number of hairs on your head. So let's model that this week. Let's get personal with those that God puts in our path. Go out of our way to strike up conversations, to spread small acts of kindness, and shine the light that Jesus has placed in our hearts so that others can learn about our amazing and personal God. Jesus always made it personal with the people around Him. He pays attention to everyone, including the one on the sidelines. And you can too. So we here at Unscripted like to say that the best moments in life are the unscripted ones. So you know what? I'm gonna go drink some water. Because you know what they say. Hydrate or dihydrate, yo. We'll see you later.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight at Unscripted. You know, we've had an amazing day today, and mostly because today is hashtag the world's greatest day, National LaCroix Day. But also, that burrito challenge was epic, a great word, some great worship, and of course, a great people watching with us, the Unscripteders. Okay, I'm so grateful that you guys come every week to hang out with us. All right, for real, thanks so much. But also, we want to point your attention to next week, okay? Next week is Halloween house parties. Okay, now the second greatest holiday behind National LaCroix Day is definitely Easter, but Halloween is coming up next week, okay? So if you're wondering what are we doing for Halloween, we're doing Halloween house parties, and it's gonna be absolutely insane. You're not gonna wanna miss it, all right? So make sure you ask your small group leader what your group's plan is for Halloween house parties. So with that being said, this is one of those episodes and days that I really don't know how to end, right? It's like the greatest day of the year for me. So with that being said, this is the only thing that I could think of. Let me just get these ready. Is it good?
It's amazing. I can't believe we almost did not do that.
Was it good?
It looks great.